So what's dumber than having two 6.4 liter trucks? Me. Got this nice 6.0 Sweetheart, pretty good deal. Doing the classic hot shutdown and no restart when hot, starts when cold. So the injector oil pressure on the scanner is down around 500 just after idling for 10 or so minutes, or 20 minutes driving down the road. And got towed back to here. So we got all the goodies from the internets of ICP, IPR, standpipes, dummy plugs. We'll do it all, get started on all that. But first, most importantly, let's stock the beer fridge. And it seems like a plan, I'm not. This is a really good deal on this truck. Got it cheap. It's no rust Southern. I'm from PA, where this doesn't exist a year into it. And this is a 2005 with no rot whatsoever and very clean underneath. So quite happy. We'll get out the tools, do a little talent, and have a hot running 6.0. Well, step one, we already got our first surprise. It's finding this guy. It was tucked down there along the air filter, and gave it a floop, and it almost came over here and touched that. So would have been fun. We'll give this the old delete. Don't do drugs while installing terrible audio systems. Alright, ready to pull this battery, and it's got a distinct lack of the hold down thing. And I squirreled and noticed, oh, this one's got 2 alternators. All the amps. And then some might accuse me of being a hoarder, but I looked over in the drawer of the hoard, and we got a brand new hold down kit, so don't even have to buy that. Add that here to all the parts that we need to fix this truck up. Alright, we're spelunking our way down into the valve cover on this side. All the videos I saw didn't have this hose here though, so I think this still has the EGR. Interesting. Beautiful day out here in the shop too, just beautiful. I mean, 70 degrees. I was gonna get a stereo for out here, but we just got Grandpa's old Bronco. We'll just turn the radio to that. Leave a door open, got her on a float charger. Stereo by Ford. Yee. Alright, so I'm silly. Moved the coolant thing over here. That looks, the hose, I didn't know what it was. It looks like it goes over to the heater core. We got the fig out, and let's start working on this valve cover contraption. Alright, driver's side cover, top corner and the back stud, bolt, stud, stud, bolt, stud, bolt, stud, bolt, stud, bolt. Alright, so we got the driver's side done, removed. Look for a leak here, but first, I'll do the hard side, maybe harder side, we'll find out. So this is what's wild to me as a Pennsylvania guy. Like, this just unthreads that holds down the vacuum reservoir. Wild. I don't know, does this have to come out? Probably not, but it looks like I'll get to a valve cover bolt easier. That would be like a fused mass where I'm from. Alright, we had some heavy corrosion on this battery terminal because pulled these 2 big battery cable wires out the way. One goes to each alternator. So that would have been a problem. Harnesses moved around. I took out the vacuum thing to get access. Maybe didn't have to do that, but we're just making it wider open. Now we'll get all the valve cover bolts. Get this valve cover out of here. Alright, passenger side valve cover off. Now we remove these standpipes, dummy plugs, and logs, and see where the leak is. Or, I'm changing it all anyway. We might hook up air to it first, see if we can pinpoint a leak, but it's all going to get changed whether it's leaking or not. So I got this handy little kit. Got a couple different adapters in. I'm not sure where that goes to, but this is the same thread-looking thing as the IPR. All right, so we got the IPR valve out here. A little bit of trash, nothing too concerning. Screen's not broke, so I'm at a crossroads. Do I want to? I don't ever want to take any of this part again. So pull turbo, pull the cover for the high pressure pump, check to see if it's got a snap to connect fitting, is I think the direction we're gonna go. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Alright, we got the old turbinator out of there. It's actually not that hard on a 6.0. I was pleasantly surprised. Now we'll pull the pedestal, pull the cover on the high pressure oil pump, and see what our snap to connect fitting is leaking or not leaking. Nothing to it but to do it. So we've got the going to pull out the old turbo pedestal. Part of the reason the turbo came out fast was there's only 2 out of 3 bolts. And you're like, do I gotta order one? And then I was pulling that pedestal bolt out. Oh, what's that guy right next to it? Way down in there. Very sloppy mechanics, like whoever did this last. Well, we're gonna call it for today. I cannot crack loose the back oil pump cover bolt that's underneath the EGR cooler by the clamp. My 8mm wrench is not long enough to get enough leverage to give it a crack, so watched Diesel Tech Ron, and he's got a extendo length one to do it, so off to find one of those. I don't want to break nothing and then be stuck in a pickle. Nothing but time, we'll get it. Okie dokie, I didn't have the snap-on truck on standby to get me the appropriate long wrench, but O'Reilly's had this bleeder wrench for the old brake jobs, 8mm. Offset's a little less than ideal, but it was just enough to get it on there and then give it the crack to turn her loose. And then we got the gear wrench on it down there, and it's turning by hand. So, as my uncle says, blind rat finds cheese every once in a while. We'll get this job done. Alright friends, new day. Hit it with my purse. Hey, look at that, it comes loose. But, get this out of here without dropping the bolts, and see what we got for a snap to connect fitting. Well, not quite what I wanted to see, because this already has the updated Uber Duber fitting there that I ordered to show up. So, somebody's been in here before, right, and fixed it, so hook up air and see if I can, maybe an O-ring's bad under it, or I don't know. Oh yeah, we definitely got the air hooked up to the high pressure oil pump. I don't hear or see anything down there, so we're just gonna leave that alone. It already has the update. I don't really want to fool with it if it's not leaking, but definitely hissing and squirting oil mist towards the back side of the log here. So could be that standpipe. We got new ones coming, but oil's coming down low, like it's down the bottom of the valve cover. So we're gonna definitely do the nipple cups. Take a good look at those. I got them, and hopefully it's not an injector. So I don't have injectors, but if we need it, now's the time to change it. So oil log off next. Alrighty, we got the oil log off. Standpipes out, dummy plug out. And at first I was a little dejected because this was, every bit of this looked good. It's all, I don't know what brand, but Teflon washer, It's on that middle section. I don't know if there's supposed to be one up here at this end, but O-ring's not blown out at all. Don't appear to see where that would be a leak. This is updated. It's got the Teflons on both O-rings, look good. So I was like, alright, nipple cups. Pull the log off. Using this HHC diesel socket. And this thing, like a boss. These two, ooga-dooga, and finally got them out. This one kind of just spun right out. And that one maybe one ooga-dooga. I wish I would have recorded it. And then pull all the cups look good, round, don't see any damages anywhere. Pull these two O-rings especially. I don't know if it's going to show it, but definite square corner to pressed into it. And they're a little bit bigger, I'm going to say, stretched out than the new ones in the HHC kit. So it sits in there and you can move it around more than, which I mean makes sense, it's not square. So I think we'll put the new O-rings in this and then put the log back on. Tomorrow the new standpipes and dummy plugs allegedly show up, so probably just use those and then we'll air test it as it sits again. But for all the videos I see where the nipple cup O-rings never go bad, I don't know, causation, correlation, but not sure what else it would be. Alrighty, got the passenger side log off. A little harder in the driver just because that AC, but not doable. And didn't hear any leaks over on this side, but these O-rings are definitely just, they're sad. So don't pop back. They got a corner ridge pressed into them, so eventually going to leak. Don't mind changing that because I already bought them. The nipple cups, there's a line there and there. The internet says you can polish them out. I'm not cool with that. So new ones show up today, overnighted, ordered yesterday. And we'll be done with that. Never want to do this again. Although I got the nice HHC socket thing. That works great like a champ. Highly recommend. And well, she sits another day. Nothing to it but to do it. Time has passed, and we have these fancy HHC nipple cup with the extra little how you doing hook in there, so that way when the next time the seals go bad, it won't eat the seals in the injector. Anyway, you know me, when the very best is barely good enough, so we'll go with those kind. Got some O-rings over here, all nice and lubed up, and oil log cleaned out. Get that guy down in there. Take this new cup, give that a little dip of oil. What a great socket. Glad I got this. Yeah, this job would suck without this. And then we'll go get the torque wrench and take these to 100 foot-pounds. Maybe there will be no leaks.
As much as I'd love to just bolt this back together, see if she starts, we're going to pull the oil cooler housing and put a new gasket under it. So, shows up tomorrow. Turbo's already out, so now's the time to do it. Disgruntled. We got plenty of Harbor Freight buckets here. You buy enough junk, they're like, hey, have a bucket. Probably okay coolant, but I'm not gonna reuse it. Put new stuff in. And we'll keep on taking stuff apart. The 6.0 saga continues. Alright, so time has passed. We have the oil cooler housing out. This is our leaking gasket because it was definitely not cool. This is messy, by the way, if you do this on your own. We have more friends in the shop. They're fixing some rust, but they're qualified metal technicians where, you know, I'm just a qualified hack. So. And yeah, we'll put this in a pan, and I didn't know all this coolant was going to come out. So. You stupid gasket. Let's start moving in a positive direction. We got all of the little valley bolt hole, blind holes blown out of their oil. Probably what caused our oil leak in the first place, because the gasket didn't get seated all the way, because if the bolt doesn't go down all the way, because the hole's full of oil. Same problems on the airplane, so a rushing shot. Might have done that, somebody might have missed it, who knows. So we're going to start with, get the new blue O-ring on the high pressure oil pump. High pressure oil pump cover clean, new gasket in. Gasket lubed. We'll put back where the back plate has a joint, put a little dab of silicone, and start going in the put together direction. New gasket for oil pump cooler cover assembly, got that all cleaned over there, and that shows up tomorrow. Right on time. Alright, said it was going in a forward direction, but we took a step backwards. The belts looked a little cooked, as the kids say nowadays, so got new ones. I could not figure out how to get the second alternator belt, this more forward one, on or off without taking the fan off. So maybe there's some way to noodle it around the fan, but with the electrical connector for the fan clutch, I couldn't figure it out. So just pulled that out. And that makes it so much easier to lean across. Wish I would have done that sooner. Maybe, maybe not. But we got this uber duper blue spring thing on the fuel. I'm not quite sure what that does, but they say it's better. So we put that on. And now we'll install the old Turbski. Part shelf is suspiciously now empty. Means we don't got anything left over. Just the cap. And I rate this project 0 out of 10. If you're bored, find something else to do. Let's give it the old cranky cranks and see if it starts. Number 2. Moving in the right direction. Take 3. Pretty good. we got the leak there on the EGR cooler hose. And instead of pulling the turbo out, which I understand I've already done, I could do it again, I just don't want to. But we could take out that one Allen head screw that's underneath the turbo. The Diesel Tech Ron videos show a quarter drive swivel 1/4 inch socket that I don't have that. So we're gonna make a tool. We got the epoxy, an old AutoZone wrench. Took a T30, chopped her down a little bit so it'll fit in there nice when the screw starts backing out. I can't get it to freehand come. It spins like one turn and gets tight. Spins one turn and gets tight. And this will let this cure up. Go get some lunch. So we do things right because we do them twice. And it is definitely, if you don't have that butted right up against there, the green O-ring that's in there will not be around the fat part of the nipple. So, good thing I got the whole rebuild kit, so I do have this gasket and then this gasket to fix. Otherwise, we'd be waiting until next shipment. Yep, no more coolant leaks. Fires right up. We're driving around the pasture. IPR never went above like 40. The ICB pressure was like 1600. Oh my god, I know I don't have enough coolant in it, but the thermostat hasn't emptied yet. Try and get some heat in there. And now I'm gonna Google because I have no idea what the values are supposed to be. Fires right up. It fires right up. Loyal. Call her a solid fix as soon as I get some coolant in there.